Thanks for joining us for our kickoff for our Sound Credit Union and the Milgard Center for Business Analytics at the University of Washington Tacoma's FinTech Incubator project competition. We're excited to be here today. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping notes. First, my name's Jennifer Reed. I'm the Vice President of Public Relations here at Sound Credit Union. If everyone can just mute their phones or their audio here, that would be great. We want to make sure you can hear those that are speaking here in the presentation. I'm sure you're all familiar with the chat feature in Zoom. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to use that chat section. We'll answer questions towards the end. And go through everything as we can. But with that being said, I'd like to introduce Michael Helser, who's the Assistant Director of Faculty at the University of Washington, and Stephanie Watanabe, who's our Vice President of Technology Solutions here at Sound Credit Union. We're thrilled to have you here. We're excited that we're kicking off this project. So we'll go through a little bit about Sound Credit Union and the University of Washington, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty details about this exciting FinTech competition and answer your questions as we go through. So Sound Credit Union, a little bit about us. We are a not-for-profit financial institution our headquarters is here in Tacoma, Washington. We have 28 branches throughout the Puget Sound region. We offer full service at all of those locations. We have consumer and business products and services for our members. Our purpose, we rebranded a few years ago. If you see our logo here, that is it's a group of fish, and they are all diverse in size, shape, and color, and they're moving forward together. And that's what Sound Credit Union's all about. Our purpose is to stand with our members, employees, and community through all waves of life. We want to make sure that those we work with have the tools and resources they need to be financially successful and confident. And that is what this competition's all about. We're hoping that we're able to work with folks that can come up with ideas that are really helping those in our community to become financially confident so that they can achieve their dreams and not have to worry as much at night about how they're paying their bills and how they manage things and changing with the times, which is important. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this over to Michael and let him talk about the University of Washington Tacoma.
Thank you, Jen. Hi, Michael. I'm the Assistant Director for the Milgard Center for Business Analytics. And our mission is to help individuals, businesses, our community grow and succeed in our global digital economy by gaining actionable insights from big data for data-driven business decision-making. Those are a lot of words, but that's our mission. And we have a number of programs and capabilities within the Milgard Center for Business Analytics to accomplish it. First and foremost are our students. Education programs that we administer include the Master of Science of Business Analytics program. We have a data and analytics minor for all of our undergraduate students on the UW-Tacoma campus. And I also offer certificate programs, kind of teaching the foundations for data and analytics. Community engagement is a really big thing of what we do within the Center for Business Analytics. It's core to us. We've done nearly 60 community engagement projects to date. And open innovation challenges like this with Sound Credit Union is something we're thrilled to be part of. And then we have the technology resources as well to enable our researchers and our students and our partners on these analytics projects. Next slide, please. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the FinTech competition. First of all, everybody who lives, works, or attends school in the state of Washington is eligible to apply. It's a fairly simple process. You just simply submit your application form for phase 1 before the application deadline, and I'll go through some of those dates for you. The submissions will be reviewed by the competition's panel of judges, and then selected teams will be invited in for a virtual FinTech presentation to the judges, and thereafter the winners will be announced. The awards are very generous. The first place prize is $7,000 and the second place prize is $4,000 for each team. And what's included in that is a paid membership by the Center for Business Analytics into CoMotion Labs at UW Seattle. So next slide, please, and I'll talk about dates. Now, if you are a UW student, you have an opportunity to participate in phase 0. You're not required to do this, but this happens before the final state of Washington deadline happens. And it's very simple. You just have a lean canvas that you will submit and a few questions about who you are and your innovation, a bit about your challenge and so on. Those applications are due April 14th. We'll notify the finalists by the 19th. You'll do your virtual presentation to the judges on the 26th, and then we'll announce the winners on the 30th. And the reason why I encourage you, if a UW student, to do this is you have the opportunity to get mentorship and guidance from the Sound Credit Union leadership to help refine and make your challenge even better, your innovation opportunity even better for phase 1. You're not required to do so, but it's a great opportunity. If you choose to go directly into phase 1 or you don't qualify as a UW student, next slide, please. Those applications are due on May 17th, and then we'll notify those finalists on the 4th. The virtual presentations to the panel of judges will happen on the 18th. You'll be notified by June 23rd, and then we'll get you into the Incubator program with CoMotion Labs starting on July 15th.
Great. Thanks, Michael. So that brings in the possible areas of interest. So when we're thinking FinTech, what are our areas of interest regarding financial banking, and what our ideas can come to the forefront to really help members gain that self-confidence and have the resources they need to help make the financial decisions that are in their best interest. So we have a variety of ideas here for everywhere from enhancing financial wellness tools to digital lending, banking. This is where our expert, Stephanie Watanabe from Sound Credit Union, has some great experience working with different FinTech companies that Sound has worked with, where we've provided tools that are helping our members. So Stephanie, if you'd like to kind of share some ideas with folks and let them know things that have we've seen really come to life that have been successful.
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, I think ultimately it really comes down to what problem we're trying to solve. And we as a financial institution are looking for solutions on a lot of different areas. We've partnered with quite a few FinTechs. I'll just name a couple here. Bonify, Blend, Gravity Payments, Socure, and Zelle. And those are just a few of the ones that we have in our suite of partnerships. So Bonify is a way to validate and authenticate our members. When they call in or when they visit us, we want to make sure they are who they say they are. We take our member information security really seriously. We don't want to be giving out information to the wrong person. And so Member Pass is a product that Bonify has created. We'll be going live soon, and that will help us to really simply and quickly authenticate our member so that we know who they are, we can give them the right account information, and also it works the other way. They know that we are not phishing them, so they can authenticate us as Sound Credit Union. And that's a really great example of partnering with a FinTech. Another one is Blend, and that company has built out our first mortgage application process, and our applicants will apply online. Very smooth user experience. They upload documents to it. We've really seen a lot of benefit from simplifying and streamlining that application process. I think buying a house is one of the most stressful things you can go through. I'm sure there's maybe one or two, but it's in the top 5 for sure. And making that application process simpler, easier for our applicants really helps reduce that stress for them. And it helps us be able to provide that service for more people. Gravity Payments is a new payments solution provider in the last few years. And we actually partner with them to use with our cash advances. So if you come into a Sound Credit Union branch, you can take a cash advance against a credit card, and we use Gravity Payments for that. We also partner with them and let our business members know that they're available, and we have that as part of our merchant services. And so those are just a few of the ones that we have partnered with here at Sound. There's a lot of variety in the FinTech area, and it really is just about, what problem are you trying to solve and who are you solving it for? And that will really help refine your pitch and in your direction.
I think that's great, Stephanie. Thanks for sharing those. And I think you hit it right there. So who are we trying to solve this for, right? And our goal here from Sound Credit Union and UWT is to work with entrepreneurs who have ideas that are going to benefit, in this case, credit union members. And I know I've said it before, but our goal is really to help make sure people have the financial confidence they need to make those decisions that are going to benefit them. So with that, if folks have questions, please feel free to send those in through the chat. We'd love to help answer some questions and get started with that. Let's see, it looks like we have one come in. So if a student applies in phase 0, do they need to reapply in phase 1?
Yes, they are separate. And a student doesn't have to apply into phase 0. And even if you don't win in phase 0, you're welcome to apply into phase 1 as well. It's a great learning opportunity for you. But yes, you need to submit to both.
Great question. Thanks for asking. Now, don't be shy, guys. I know I'm sure there's lots of questions, but and a lot to take in. And that's another thing to think of. Now, if folks can go out to your website, is that correct, Michael? And out there, if they have any questions, is there a link or information that would tell them who they could contact with any questions or anything like that?
There should be on our website, and it should be directing those questions to me. And
perfect.
I will put in the chat my email address also. There you go, mcba@uw.edu.
Thank you. Perfect.
We'd love to hear about it. And I think there was another question here about how well developed the proposition needs to be. In some competitions, it's required that you're a business or you're incorporating into a business. We're not seeking that level of maturity. If you are, that's wonderful. But right now, it is the innovation itself. And as much as you can describe the innovation without sharing any confidential information to us, then we can assess that through our conversations with you. So from idea to a full-blown company, we welcome any submission across that spectrum.
Great. Another question that came in is, do you have any resources available to help people with this project?
Yeah, of course. If you go to our website for UW students, you're going to see a Lean Canvas document that's there that you can download. And there's a number of resources online if you just Google Lean Canvas to help you see how those have been filled out. There's also, if you contact me, there's some videos from CoMotion that also talk about how to fill out a Lean Canvas. The resources, we have a video there about what is FinTech also, and we have individuals that I can connect you with as well that can help answer, some of those details of how to fill out that application.
Great. And how much detail should someone provide in their submission?
It's not a lot, and it's the basics. So if you're in phase 0, we're looking to find out, who you are, what major, what campus you're on. It's always important to have an elevator pitch. And if you haven't heard that before, it's just kind of one of those things where you've got a few minutes on an elevator with a leader and you want to get your word out there and describe what your idea is and what you're solving and how you're going to get there. So just think about that elevator pitch. And then for UW students, it's a one-page Lean Canvas document that you or your team of students can get after. On the phase 1 side, we're asking for a bit more. If you have a business, we want to hear about that, plus your elevator pitch. You probably already have a pitch deck. And so a lot of the questions that we're asking in the questionnaire may be addressed by your pitch deck. So you can just look at the pitch deck and we can get that. But, in phase 1, we'd like to know a bit more about who your customers are, your revenue strategy, your launch plan, financials, if you have any IP. But again, we don't want to know the secret sauce. So keep it non-confidential. It's a fairly short form, I think, to give us enough idea of what your innovation could be.
Great. Another question that came in is, what conflicts of interest would a student ineligible would make a student ineligible for the competition?
Well, we're restricting the applications to if you are a current employee of Sound Credit Union. That would be a conflict. That's really the key one.
Yeah, I think that's the key. And as long as you, like Michael said earlier, if you live, work, or go to school in the state of Washington, you qualify. So anybody out of the state who's not under that criteria would not qualify. And I think the point here that we really want to drive home is that this is a really good opportunity for entrepreneurs or students with ideas to bring them forward, and let's share them and see how we can work together. This is a great opportunity to have some mentorship with both Sound and UWT, helping guiding those creative ideas that you have, and connecting you with resources that can really help you grow. And that's our goal. This is, we are both all about the community and our students, and really helping drive that innovation, taking it to the next level. So we're excited. This is the first time we've held this competition, and we think it's going to be the beginning of something great. So more to come with all of that.
And if I can build on that, Jen, just we've partnered, the Center for Business Analytics has partnered with Sound Credit Union over the years doing applied projects with our Masters of Science of Business Analytics students. It's a 12-month long project. We've done several, and they have been terrific partners in every way. It's all about mutual value. So while our students try to solve a problem for Sound Credit Union, there's a lot of time and effort that Sound Credit Union puts into our student teams to help guide them and be successful on the projects. So they have a record of success in this, and it's been a pleasure working with them. We're so excited to have a elevated approach now that we're doing this big FinTech competition with them. Getting to know them over the years, they're really passionate about innovation for their members. They do what they say. And this may seem intangible, but they're nice. They're really nice people, and they're smart business partners. So I don't think you could find a better group of individuals to help guide you through this. And from the center's perspective, we do community engagement. We've done 60 projects over 4 years, and we're growing that to even more for next year. I've led open innovation challenges for over a decade in my previous career with General Mills. I'm very cognizant of innovators' fear of somebody stealing their ideas. And if General Mills was to do that, I wouldn't be with them, and I wouldn't be doing this if that was the case here either. I've been an entrepreneur and a co-founder of a startup myself, so I've walked in your shoes and I know how that feels. And so sounds a bit like a hard sell, but I honestly feel like we're the right partners to help advance your innovation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely a great opportunity. So I'm not sure if we have any more questions. We know, please, if there are, please feel free to type them in. Again, there's a link to the website that Merve has posted here in the chat for folks. And we've also included the email address, which is mcba@uw.edu for anyone who has any questions or anything. Thanks, Merve, for adding that in there as well. But we know everyone's time is really valuable, and we appreciate you taking the time to sit down and be a part of this conversation, this kickoff today. We are going to post it out on the UWT website under the competition, so you can find it out there if you want to go back and rewatch it. If you have some friends or colleagues that you know who might be interested, please share it with them. The more we can spread the word about this opportunity, the better. We're looking for anyone who's interested in sharing their ideas, their innovation. Let's get creative. That's how we help those in our community become stronger, and that's what we're all about. So we look forward to hearing from everybody, and those who decide to participate. We're excited to hear your pitch.
Agreed. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day.